Family vlogging channels have received more and more skepticism from the public because people are now more aware of the dangers and possible psychological damage that fame can cause to children. Not only that, but many kids from family vlogging channels who have grown up have spoken about the emotional and physical abuse behind the scenes. It seems like the parents from the 8 Passengers YouTube channel are guilty of this as well. Keep watching until the end of the video to see 8 Passengers Ruby Franke Arrested. Ruby Franke arrested for abusing her kids. Mother and owner of 8 Passengers. YouTube channel Ruby Franke has been arrested after one of her sons was rescued by her neighbors.
The male does have duct tape around each ankle. He's not telling the RP why. And said that there's sores around his wrists and ankles.
It was reported that the child climbed out of a window to escape her mother and asked the neighbors for food and water. The neighbors then contacted the authorities after seeing that the boy's wrists and ankles were tied up by duct tape. The child's injuries and malnourishment were so severe that he had to be hospitalized. After this, the police looked into the house that Franke and Hildebrandt were residing in and discovered that another one of Franke's children was there and was also severely malnourished. It was also discovered that 2 of Franke's children are already in the care of Child Protection Services. And after this incident, all 4 of them are now under their custody. Despite deleting the 8 Passengers channel, Ruby Franke is still active on the platform, giving parenting advice with her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt. With that, the authorities looked into the most recent videos made by the 2 and saw that it was shot at Hildebrandt's house, implying that the 2 children had been in that house, tied up and hungry, with Franke's knowledge. So now, the 2 might face 2 felony charges for aggravated child abuse.
Arrest documents saying the child escaped to a neighbor's home. The 12-year-old child described by that neighbor in a phone call to police.
Although it is unclear yet whether Ruby Franke's husband is involved in this situation and if they are still together, the husband has been silent about the case and refuses to answer calls from news sources. Franke family reacts to the arrest and allegations. Ruby Franke is the matriarch of the family behind the 8 Passengers YouTube channel, and she has always been the main player of their content, often showcasing her children's milestones and how she parents them on the channel, and she has been doing so ever since 2015. Aside from this, she also appears in another channel with business partner Jody Hildebrandt called Connexions Classrooms. Hildebrandt was a therapist that got her license revoked in 2012 after violating one of her patients' privacy by sharing that her client was going through a addiction to their pastor. And given that Connexions brand revolves around giving out mental health and parenting advice, the questionable background of these 2 is enough reason not to trust them. Still, after the rest of the 2, the channel has been shut down by YouTube.
This happens quite often when you're raising children because
when the 8 Passengers channel was at the height of its popularity, it had around 2.5 million subscribers, which made it quite a profitable business venture. However, this comes at the cost of the children growing up in the spotlight and having no sense of privacy because there is always a camera up their noses trying to document all their awkward moments for content. Many people argue that children in family vlogging channels have it worse than child actors because child actors can escape the cameras when they go home, at the very least. Franke doesn't seem to mind that her children being exposed to the internet might cause them harm, though. And after her arrest, it's most likely that she has been forcing her children to participate in their videos even when they don't want to. In light of this, some of Franke's family members, including her eldest daughter, have reacted to the news. One of Ruby Franke's sisters, Bonnie Holine, who also posts on social media as a career, has posted a video saying her thoughts on the issue. They said, "For the last 3 years, we have truly clung on to each other and offered support to one another. And I don't think any of us could have seen this coming," she said. "We all did as much as we could legally. Times like these is where it really tests your belief in God, and I know that timing is everything, and I know that they will be taken care of. I know the kids will be okay, and that our family will be okay. The sun rises every day. The sun sets every day, and each day you move forward. That's all you can do. Behind the public scene, we have done everything we could to try and make sure the kids were safe. Ruby was arrested, which needed to happen. Jody was arrested, which needed to happen. The kids are now safe. which is the #1 priority. Ruby Franke's oldest daughter, Shari Franke, posted finally on her Instagram stories after news about her mother's arrest broke out. She also called on the public to compile and send her clips of their old videos that showcase her mother abusing them in the past. She said that she has been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this, so she is finally happy that justice is being served. It is also worth pointing out that on her Instagram page, she posted and thanked all of her mother's sisters on a Mother's Day tribute for being a great mentor to her, implying that she has always been not on good terms with her mother. The audience and neighbors point out possible signs of abuse from old videos. Longtime viewers of this family are not surprised by this news at all because they have seen it coming. Franke has always been criticized for her parenting style on the channel, but Ruby and her husband always defend this by saying that it was taken out of context. The family's neighbors are also unsurprised, given that they have been trying to report this issue for the past year, but were ignored. After the arrest, one of them commented, "Everyone is just breathing a collective sigh of relief because we thought they were going to come out of that house with body bags." Viewers of their channel pointed out that there was also an incident in one of their videos where it was revealed that one of the children had been sleeping in a beanbag for several months as punishment for pranking his brother. One of the neighbors also told that Ruby Franke did not let her kids celebrate Christmas. "I remember that she took away their Christmas one year and she would say things like, 'They're not repenting correctly,' which is a Mormon term for they're sinning." Just complete insanity. In one of the clips now surfacing, she says that her kids are not welcome to live with her after they turn 18. There's also another one with her explaining that her daughter in preschool was old enough to wake up on her own and that it was her fault that she missed school. Franke also sometimes denies her children food and doesn't think they deserve privacy because it is her space. These instances are examples of typical narcissistic parent behavior, but it has gotten too far. The neighbors have said that they are extremely angered that this arrest is only happening now because they have tried speaking up, but no one wanted to listen. "I want those kids to know that the community loves them and wants them to be safe. If people knew the amount of tears and time spent talking with law enforcement and CPS over the last year, I want people to understand that. And I want those kids to know that because I think they thought they were abandoned." After this incident and all the other incidents involving family vlogging channels, do you still think it's ethical to feature your family, especially your young children, for content? What do you think of the authorities only responding to this issue now? We would love to hear your thoughts, so join the conversation in the comments section down below.